Day 41, almost done. Tomorrow it's 6 weeks ago when I started to fast. Yeah, time flies. Sometimes it feels like a lifetime, sometimes it's just so quickly over. Last week was just hard. My blood sugar was fine, my blood pressure was fine, but my pulse was up and down the whole week. It was like strange. I could not understand what was going on. I didn't feel well, like surviving. Last night, I just slept like a rock. What was wrong last week, my HRV was 31 and then it went down Friday night to 21. I was flat, no energy. I had to push through everything to get anything done. It was like an effort. This morning I woke up, my heart rate back down to 55 when I woke up, and I just felt strong. I did my HIIT session this morning. It went well. I did new highs. Normally I look after the exercise how much weight I moved during the session, and it went the highest this morning to over 4.6 tons. I'm really happy at the moment. My whole being is focused on what I want to achieve. I had some better views on the channel, and thank you for everyone who subscribed. What I want to do on the channel is I want to start to work with Atomic Habits of James Clear in a practical way, and share with you how I look at it and how I make something my identity, how I make something attractive, but also how I make my dark side unattractive. I think it is good to do that on channel, and I would like if anyone comments on what you suggest we can do better. At the moment I'm still almost bound to a seat. I can get up, at least starting to walk, you know, and it's not impossible for me to walk. The mobility will come back. Last week when I lost the 100 grams and I made the mistake so I had to put the marble back, psychologically that was hard for me to do. It was like I picked up a kilo. I know I made a mistake, but yeah, it was not a good thing for me to experience at that time. I don't know what the scale is going to say on Wednesday. Maybe it's again not a lot, but whatever. I trust the process. I'm doing the exercise what I can do at this stage. I'm doing my arm HIIT sessions. I swim whenever I can. I don't know about all these infographics to make it more interesting and reposts and all those fancy things. This is all new to me. I just want to share this journey. I fasted for 222 days. I picked up 100 kilos over 32 months. I'm in the process of losing that again. And I want to share the journey. I'm on day 41 of that journey. Tomorrow's day 42, then it's 6 weeks. I want to share this. I want to encourage people to just go for it. Don't give up, man. Go for it. I'm passionate about this topic. If I read about insulin and I see that everyone talks about the insulin is the key, but nobody emphasizes how important that is, I get excited and I throw my hands and I'm all over the show, excited about the idea that there might be other things that we can do to lose weight than taking Ozempic, because 99% or 90% of the people being obese can't afford Ozempic and they don't trust Ozempic. 90% of the people don't want to get bariatric surgery. Let's talk about obesity. Let's talk about the psychology of obesity. I mean, again, I can't overemphasize the fact that if I can fast for 222 days, not put a bite in my mouth, it's not discipline. It's not self-control. It is the systems around that is not in place to help you to do that discipline over shorter periods to end the misery of obesity. And I want to explore other ideas, getting new ways of approaching obesity. I mean, the newest thing is the cause effect. Obesity causes you to eat. It's not true. There's not a single person who was obese and then they started to eat. They ate and then they became obese. I don't buy all this nonsense of that we are victims. We are all villains in the world. Villains, I'm a villain around my discipline in preventing myself of gaining this enormous amounts of fat. And I must take responsibility for that. And I do now in this phase. I mean, I don't eat and I do whatever I can do now to get the bulk off again. But I need to renew my mind around this process. I cannot hope that when I stop fasting that I will then develop the system. It's discipline steps. It is, as James Clear said, you must make it a habit. You must identify. I identify as a person who loves to be healthy. That's my identity. I'm a person who loves to exercise, and therefore I will surround me with people who's like-minded. You know, we have to live our lives. So, as I always say, it's your life, live it.